Hi traders, this is Rajshekar. Welcome to my channel. Before we begin this video, I assume that you have seen the part 1 price cycles. If you have not seen, please complete that video for better understanding along with this video. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about Gann angles or Gann geometry. Now, this is a chart of Nifty, and this was your previous bottom where we did the price cycle analysis, and this was equally important, which was the previous top. And considering these two coordinates, one is this top and one is this bottom, and this is all-time high. From these coordinates, when we plot 45 degrees, this is how it looks. Now, out of all these 45-degree angles, what are the important angles? This is the most important, which is the trend angle. This 45 degrees is as important as trend lines or the trend. As long as we are trading and holding this 45 degrees, it is considered bullish. Means earlier in the first, after we made a top, from here we came back, went up, and then came back and came close to this 45 degrees, and from there we had a pullback. Now this pullback went up and came back. Now we are at this 45 degrees again, means this is a strong support. And if you remember, this line, this horizontal line, is close to the midpoint of medium term target of Nifty. Now if we trade below this 45 degrees, and if we break this level, may not be the exact level, if you see the price cycle video, you will know what is the exact midpoint of this. If that also breaks, then it's indicating that the trend is going to change into a medium term correction, and we can see bearish moves to continue, right? So now coming back to this, along with this 45 degrees is important, and this 45 degrees is important, this 45 degrees is important. Now this is the low in the past. This low 45 degrees, when we broke, there was a sell-off, and this 45 degrees which is coming from the top is equally important, just like this one. This will be holding this up move for some more time. If we break this, then all the other 45 degrees which is coming from the previous tops will create hurdle. Means if we manage to stay above this, the trend will be intact, but it will not be easy. Means the ride will not be easy. First hurdle, this one, the next one is this one. Along with that, wherever you see the intersection, all these things will be, all these price levels will be your price and time squaring points, right? So this is your important level for now, and this is your important level. So this is where we are struggling from last 1 week. We had a gap down here, and this broke this 45 and came back. This 45 controlled it and came back here, and we are facing hurdle here. Once we cross this, then we can expect an up move at least till here. Now this level will come depending on how quickly it comes. If it comes slowly, like going sideways like this, and then the hurdle can be this one, right? So it all depends on time. Now if you observe closely, there are a lot of 45 degrees which are intersecting, and these intersecting points are nothing but your time and price. Means this intersection gave this sell off, and this intersection gave this sell off, and this intersection gave a bottom here, and this intersection gave another top here. So I'm just highlighting the few points wherein just to make you understand how important this intersection of these two 45 degrees coming from anywhere. So now along with this, we have to see all other parameters of Gann angles. So this is equally important, and the angle which is coming from this high is also important. This is for long-term view, and the one which is going down from here is also equally important, right? So I'm just marking it approximately. Now let's make it right. Okay, so now let's make this little bit bolder. Okay, see now this 45 degrees which is running from here, this is your important resistance and this is your important support. Now this 45 degrees which is coming from the bottom 7511 is important, and this is the strongest support. If you stay above, it is bullish, and you should remember this pullback can be sold again. If you hit this resistance, the more time it takes, it moves slowly, and as it moves, it has to break this 45 and this 45 to reach this angle 2 by 1, which is coming from the previous top. That is a positive case scenario. Now if it is negative, the first thing is that this should break, and if it breaks, it will be below the 45-degree angle which is coming from the all-time sorry, not all-time low, this 7511 which is 2020 low. From there, if we break this 3 by 1, we'll be getting down to 4 by 1, and near 4 by 1, if this low 45 degree which is coming from this swing low, if it offers support, then we'll be inside this angle. So as we move in time, the range will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It all depends on how time influences price. Now this angle is equally important because this is the angle which stopped this fall, and this fall, and this fall can also be stopped here. If in case if it breaks after 1 2 third time, if it breaks, then we will break this 4 by 1, and then we'll be touching this 8 by 1. Now this 8 by 1 is very important. Why it is important? Because this 8 by 1 and this 8 by 1 is the gray area that I was discussing in the price cycle video in Bank Nifty. This gray area is nothing but the any cycle target and the next trigger point. So if we get caught inside this 8 by 1, then you will have opportunities to short and buy, and this market, if the prices gets caught between this 8 by 1 and 8 by 1, will turn sideways. Unless we come back above 8 by 1, that won't, I mean, the prices won't go up. It will only range inside this, making higher highs, higher lows, or lower highs. Means it will get, the range will get bigger and bigger as time moves, but it will be in sideways. Right? So for now, based on Gann angles and Gann geometry, this is your important support. This support will be important, and if we trade above this 45 degrees, then we can see a rise for short term. Means short term view, if this sustains, will be bullish for next sell off. So going forward, this purple line is a strong resistance. Unless we breach it, as we move up, as we move up in time, as we move ahead in time, the price can range higher and higher. Without breaking this, it can make higher and higher, or it can hit these levels and come back and make the low again somewhere here. So right now, this is the lifeline. Keep watch on this and stay connected with me on in the Telegram. I'll keep you updated. Now this is about Nifty Gann angles. Okay, after completing the Nifty, let's discuss about Bank Nifty. Now as we did in the Nifty, I have plotted all the 45 degrees from all the important tops and bottoms, and whatever the angles, whatever you are seeing on the screen, all are 45 degrees. No other angle is plotted here, just to save time. Now this is the low of 2020, and this is your black line which is 45 degrees, and this 45 degrees will be important as I showed you in the Nifty chart. So this is the one which is holding the uptrend. Now from this 45 degrees, the current market price is sustaining for almost a week. This previous low 45 degrees is also plotted, and if you see, I have plotted all the 45 degrees from all the levels. Just for time being, ignore all the dates which is mentioned here. All these dates mentioned here is already been posted in Telegram before all these moves happened. Now whoever is watching for the first time, do not think or assume this is a postmortem. These dates were already posted before all this action happened on the charts. That is the power of Gann, right? So now coming back to this, now the same way as we did in Nifty, we have marked or we have plotted all the 45 degrees from all the tops and bottoms. This was your previous top, and this is your previous top, this is your previous top, this is your previous top. This previous top 45 degrees controlled this up move in the past, and this move in the past, recent past, and this 45 degrees restricted this one. It gave a sell off. So now I just want to highlight that 45 degrees is the most important in Gann analysis. Now coming back to where we are at the current market price, we are holding the 45 degrees from the previous low and the 45 degrees from 2020 low. So same story as Nifty. The only thing is Bank Nifty is in better position. Nifty is at midpoint, Bank Nifty at target. Max to max, it can, even if there is a gap down, this can offer support and this can pull back again. So you need to be extra careful with Bank Nifty for time being. This 45 degrees looks better than the Nifty 45 degrees, but in any case both are near the long-term 45 degree support. So if we hold this, we can see a rise. Now same as Nifty, all these intersections of 45 degrees will be hurdles going ahead. So the first hurdle is this one, which you are facing right now, and the next one would be somewhere here. Now if there are few more ups and downs, then if we have to plot another set of 45 degrees, then it will create problems going up. So for now I am not seeing any kind of hurdles here except this one, right? So as far as my views are concerned, if we are staying above this 45 degrees, it is bullish. That will be a short-term one. And once we hit this 45 degrees, then there will be a hurdle. If we don't break this, we might see another sell-off, right? Now this is about 45 degrees and geometry and other stuff. And in this video, I'll try and cover the importance of time as well. Now if you observe closely from the past data, this 45 and this 45, when we intersected here to this low and this high, what happened? This intersection from the previous top to the bottom created this top. Means this is your price resistance as well as time resistance based on previous top and previous bottom, right? As we move ahead, see, this was 45 degrees and this was 45 degrees and this was the intersection, right? So this intersection created some problems here, minor one, and this previous top and these previous top and these two angles where it was intersecting was creating a resistance here. See, whether time influence is there or not, the price on time in the past which has crossed, means which is intersection of 245 degrees, will be a price impression on the charts that will create a problem, right? Now this 45 degrees coming from this top, when we hit this lower price levels, see, now there is no angle here, but price is part of time. So this top, when it created bottom, this 45 degrees was distributing and equally dividing price and time in the space. So when it met with the previous price, this created time, means this is called as price time squaring. Now this one gave a breakout. Now there is a misconception that time will change the trend. Now ask yourself a question: if time has to change the trend, first thing is that it should have achieved its target. If the target is not done, it can accelerate the trend. If the target is already achieved, then you can say that time changed the trend. If the price target is pending, then you can see the acceleration of the trend, not the deacceleration of the trend. It all depends on price equally as time is. Means you cannot consider time alone for trend change. Unless price completes its target, you cannot expect the trend to change. So time can accelerate the trend or deaccelerate the trend depending on where the price is, right? So this was a breakout. Say this 45 degrees was also breached and there was a breakout. And these two intersections from this top, this 45 degrees and this intersection created price resistance, right? So likewise, I have highlighted as many tops and bottoms in the past. Now let's come back to the current scenario. Say this 25th October I had posted in the Telegram based on the same concepts, where one of the top, when hit it this main 45 degrees, created top here. Now this top came reason because this time changed the trend because Bank Nifty was already at target. Means there is all possibilities of a trend reversal. This is how you need to relate price and time. Now after this top, see what happened. Every arrows that I have mentioned in this chart is directly linked with the 45 degrees only and nothing else. There are no planets and nothing else. These two 45 degrees, somewhere it hit, and this top and this top and this bottom, everything is related to previous bottoms. Every previous bottom and top will create another top and bottom going in time. So now coming back to this 25th was posted, the 6th was posted, and this 5th was also posted, and the next one which is coming up is Monday 23rd May. So why is 23rd important? This 45 degrees and this 45 degrees, this 45 degrees and this 45 degrees is intersecting here. So this is your 23rd May. Now 23rd May is an important price and time level. Now we are at support. There is a possibility if this support holds, we can see a rise, right? So this is one of the price time squaring points. Now going ahead, this will be your next time around 9th August and 30th August, and it can plot another few more dates as well. See now 7th July is also there, and immediately 2nd June is also there. This is again time level, right? And this is the same. See, I've highlighted already. So all these times will create a lot of pressure on the price. Means there will be a lot of volatility going ahead, right? So right now the first hurdle will be this one. So this is your important resistance for now with respect to price and time. So this is your immediate resistance. Now this is your support 45 degrees, and this low is also support. Now if we stay above this 45 degrees, the bias is bullish for a short term view. And if we hit this and if we fail in these price levels, if this blocks again, there will be sell off. Okay, watching this directly without watching price cycles, you may not be able to understand the importance of all these things. If you have not seen it, please watch that price cycle video once again, or if you have not seen it, at least watch once and then come back to this and watch this video. Now all these arrows, it is not marked blindly. Everything is interlinked with the previous tops and bottoms. I'll just keep it visible to your charts. You can verify it. So overall summary, if 45 degrees in both Nifty and Bank Nifty holds, then we may see a rise. If in case this 45 degree is breached, we may continue downwards. So 23rd May, which is Monday, just be careful because price will be under pressure. It can rise and it can fall as well, or it can lead in one direction also. So please be prepared for any directions. And I'll be after completing this video, I'll be posting the weekly levels also, price levels, wherein in detail I'll add all the levels and I'll explain about the price levels, the bullish scenario and the bearish scenario for both Nifty and Bank Nifty. And along with that, I'll be sharing you the time cycle. Whatever the times that we discuss here, these are all dynamic time cycles, means which is based on the price and the vibration of the chart. Now, whatever the dates I'll be sharing in the next video, that will be static time, right? That is mathematical time. And whatever the dates that I had mentioned in this also, in this based on dynamic, 25th, 6th, 5th, 23rd, everything matches with the static level as well. And along with this, I'll try to share the static angles where the numbers are already distributed in the mathematical world. Means, like for example, if 33,300, it will be on certain angle, whether it is at 1 by 1 or 2 by 1, 3 by 1, all these things. So I'll see you in the next video. And if you have liked this video, please subscribe and like and please share. And I hope you like this video. So at last, the summary is very simple. About 23rd, tomorrow will be tomorrow price will be under pressure. If we sustain above 45, it is bullish. If we stayed below this, we are going to see some more bearish pressure. And I personally insist, for this angle to survive, you need to watch out for the expiry. This month's expiry is very important in terms of time cycles also, which is annual time cycles, which I'll be discussing in the next video. So thanks for watching. If you have liked it, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Want to take a screenshot? Take screenshot.